everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Rinima Borah, and today I am diving into one of the most requested topics from my Instagram, how I meal prep to stay consistent in my fitness journey. I have been into fitness for over 15 years, but it's only recently that I have really cracked the code on sustainable weight loss. Today I'm going to walk you through my journey, what finally worked, and of course how I meal prep to stay on track. Let's get into it. Alright, first I'm gonna take you back a little bit to 2006 or 2007 when I first started my fitness journey over a decade ago. I had no clue how important nutrition was, right? I worked out hard in the gym, but I didn't pay much attention to what I was eating. Like many of us in India, I would just come back home after a workout session and eat a big plate of rice thinking I was fueling my body with the correct food. But then over the years, I tried every diet you can possibly think of, right? Your General Motors diet, your lemonade diet, liquid diet, keto diet, intermittent fasting, so on and so forth. So it wasn't until I worked with a dietitian slash nutritionist in 2010 that I first learned about calorie deficit. I lost weight with all these diets, but it never lasted. It felt like I was constantly in a cycle of losing and regaining. It's so frustrating. Now fast forward to 2024, the favorite year when it comes to fitness. Things finally clicked, right? My fitness trainer, Anaba, connected me with an amazing nutritionist named Rowan. She's not just any nutritionist, she's a power lifter and a pretty popular figure in the fitness community. I'm gonna put her Instagram here in case if you guys are interested. Now, Rowan is a part of a global fitness group called Off the Grid or OTG Method. They're based out of South Africa, but they're all over the world and they work virtually with clients like me. Now, before anything else, the first thing that Rowan made me do was undergo several tests, right? Like thyroid, TSH, T4, T3, my sex hormone levels, fasting glucose, insulin, a proper BMI, and a DEXA scan. These tests were crucial for her to understand my body's needs. And once they were all done, she then set up a personalized plan for me. I'm currently allowed 1400 calories a day, out of which 130 grams is protein, 119 grams of carbohydrate, 45 grams of fat, and 40 grams of fiber. Along with this, she also recommended specific supplements that I take. In the morning, my AM supplements are B12 2500 mcg, fish oil 1200 mg with 360 mg of omega-3, vitamin D3 plus K2 and a multivitamin complex. For my PM, which is in the evening, I take magnesium and chromium. These supplements are so important, especially when you are on a diet, to ensure that you are getting all the necessary nutrients. You can read more about it online, but supplements are crucial. But let's spill the tea here. Here is where it gets even better, right? Off the Grid or OTG team didn't just leave me to figure it all out on my own. They didn't just say 1400 calories, now go ahead. No. They assigned me an accountability coach named Tracy. Oh, I love her so much. She's been a lifesaver. Tracy tracks everything I log into MyFitnessPal, which is a fitness app, which I use every day, the paid version. I even added Tracy as a friend on the app so she can then see my nutrition page daily. On top of that, each week I send Tracy my meal prep plan on Sundays, and each day I send her a screenshot of how I closed out my day in the app. And trust me, she is not happy on days when I exceed my calories, so she brings me right back to being accountable.
You can see that you're over on your calorie allowances. I know we're having a call with you tomorrow, myself and Rowan, so we can discuss this a bit more and try and dial in a bit. But you do know what you need to do. You've been doing really well so far. So let's dial it back again. I think it is mainly your fat and your carb intake that you are over on.
I'm very proud of you. Thank you. I mean, I love the fact that we came down from a 31% fat percentage to 20 in about 5.5 months. It's just incredible. This is the first time I have been able to do things in a sustainable manner. I think what really helped is the first 3.5 months of you and Tracy being the accountability coach and just ensuring that I got the logging part correctly, because that was the biggest hurdle. Once I got that right, I really didn't need anybody at that point, because I started loving myself so much because I was weighing every single thing that I was cooking myself. I was buying the groceries myself. I was weighing it myself and then eating it myself and then seeing the changes in my body. So I think the self-love part kicked in so hard that before even if I see a chocolate, I wouldn't put it inside my mouth because I loved myself so much. You know what I mean? I knew what it would do to me the next day.
So I'm very, very happy with the results so far. I mean, I had a look at your DEXA And like you said, 20% body fat is actually very lean.
So I was thinking of reducing her training volume initially, but it doesn't make sense given she's on a 3-day split. On the day she's feeling off, I just have her working at maybe like an RPE 7, RPE 8 instead of pushing that to pushing that a little bit higher, because with the energy loss, and I'm not there in person now, I'm training her on FaceTime, so I don't want her to like get injured. I can get her working at a higher RPE. I mean, I don't. If that's still feasible with this plan, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because I didn't want her to get hurt. I also wanted to check with you whether I would actually need to reduce training volume since we have reduced the calories, or if I can just keep it the same and we can just basically adjust it based on how she feels on the day.
I am going crazy in making my diet food so tasty and delicious, and I cook different meals every single day that I look forward to eating these meals because they are new. And sometimes I choose Asian, sometimes I'm doing Korean, sometimes I'm doing Japanese, sometimes Indian. So I'm kind of really adding the variety to my diet, which is why I'm able to sustain it. Like today I'm eating smoked Alfredo, smoked salmon Alfredo. It sounds like I'm going to a gourmet restaurant to eat it. So
You know what? You know what we can do though is we can play it back here. So we can keep calories and then see how you're feeling from day to day and with your training and stuff. And if you feel like, okay, you know what, I'm really suffering, I need a bit of a refeed, you just pop me a message. I'll send you some refeed cals and we can easily do that. We'll just play it back here from day to day.
got it. Alrighty, sounds good then. Okay, I'm starting the new diet starting today, the 1300 cal. I'm just going to readjust my goals on MyFitnessPal, start sending Tracy screenshots of meal preps in advance and also how I close the day. And Anaga, you and I speak to see if we want to increase the frequency of weight training after this call, and then we will keep each other posted because I know there's going to be a lot more communication in the next 2 months.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty, thank you for your time, both of you, and I will keep you both posted in terms of where I'm at and how I'm feeling and all of that. Okay, I'm also recording this conversation because I'm actually making a vlog today talking about OTG and what has gotten me here. So say hello to the camera.
Hello.
That's Rowan, you guys, and that's Anaga, my personal trainer. I had a call and I thought, why not make you guys a part of the call? Let me quickly tell you what this call is about. So when I started my journey with Off the Grid 5.5 months ago, you know the calories that I was eating, 1400 a day. I have 2 months for this pageant that I'm preparing for. Let me just tell you guys, I'm actually preparing for Mrs. India 2024 and it's happening in October. Last week, 2024, the finale. So now, since there's just 2 months left for the competition and my body fat is at 20%, Rowan is trying to bring me to an athletic body fat, which is 17% for the bikini body. So she readjusted my calories to 1300 a day from 1400. So my protein intake has gone up, carbs and fat has come down. That will help me lose fat and not muscle. And my personal trainer was on the call as well because she's also training, weight training alongside to understand what's the tempo, based on the calories, how much I can be worked out, how much I cannot be, frequency, so on and so forth. Yes, it gets into this depth if you really want to do things perfectly. I'm on my 160th day of logging today and I can't even imagine going back and doing things how I used to be with all those diets that kind of promised so many things but never was sustainable. All right, the next segment is important. So let's dive into meal prepping, the crux of what we were here today, right? But with a bit of an Indian twist. Unlike in some other places where people might meal prep in containers for the whole week, like in your US or Europe, I kind of prefer to keep things fresh. After all, I'm Indian, I'm raised by my mom and dad who would always buy fresh groceries and fresh meat. I like my food fresh and flavorful, right? Every Sunday, I plan out my meals for the entire upcoming week. This way, what I do is I can ensure that a variety of proteins keeps my palate excited. I switch it up between, let's say, chicken, fish, eggs, turkey, tofu, tempeh. I avoid red meat and paneer since I'm lactose intolerant, so those aren't actually in my rotation, but feel free to do beef, feel free to do paneer. Here is how I do my meal prepping. I do have a cook at home who assists me, but I'm the one who oversees everything. Another tip to keep yourself accountable, by the way. I also buy my own groceries, fresh, mind you, every single day. After I buy my groceries, I come back home, I sit down with my cook to kind of go through the recipes that's going to be cooked for the day. Then we together weigh out every single ingredient and then cook the meals fresh every day. This not only ensures that I'm eating exactly what I'm supposed to eat, but it also keeps the food tasting amazing. My go-to for recipes, my dear friends, is MyFitnessPal. It has been a lifesaver. I have been using their high protein recipes for over 5.5 months, and I'm still finding new and exciting meals to try every single day in the app. So, my most favorite app at the moment is MyFitnessPal, like I told you. You can have the premium version of this for around 2,500 rupees a year. That's what I have, the MyFitnessPal Premium. Now, if you see this page right now, this is for today. It kind of tells me I've already meal prepped it, but I'm going to remove and show you guys again. It gives you an overview of your day, right? How many calories you have left to be eating, your base goal, the food that I'm eating, exercise. I haven't done an input yet. It also shows you I've also set a goal for 10,000 steps. Look at the weight loss, right? My journey in the last 90 days. This is literally showing you for 90 days, but I will show you how many days I've been vlogging for. I have now down to 52. I was 58 90 days ago. So that's incredible, isn't it? And then you have recipes, which I love. They also have free workouts if you don't want to have, they have amazing things. So this is not about the app. This is about me, how I meal prep. See, what I do first is you go here and you set your goals, right? I put my starting weight as 60 kgs, which was on the 30th of August 2019. So which means I have been trying to use this app from 2019, mind you, but I haven't been able to do so till 2024 when I actually had an accountability coach behind me every single day telling me how it's supposed to be done and giving it to me when I don't do it right. Alrighty, so this is how the goal part looks like. You put in your starting weight, then my current weight is actually 52. I have to change that. My goal weight is 48. Actually, my goal weight is just 17% fat percentage, whatever the weight looks like. Activity level is active. And this is where I'm going to put my nutrition goals, right? I'm going to go here. And see, initially my calorie was 1400, 130 grams of protein and 45 grams of fat. Now let's quickly look at what my nutritionist. Okay, she now wants me to have 100 grams of carbs. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to change this to 100, protein to be 140, fat to be 38 grams, and then you can also choose the unit. I'm giving it as grams. So there you go, my new goals. And then I say, all right, and my new goals are automatically set. We have updated. So now I just have to go back to log my food for today. So we go back. I also ensure that this option is enabled where they show carbs, protein, and fat per meal. So I'm enabling that. I'm now going back. I'm going to click on log food, which is here. If you see, a fresh log for the day will look something like this. It's going to say today, and also give the girl a huge round of applause. This is my 148th day of continuously logging in this journey, and I cannot be more proud of myself, honestly. So it adjusted my calories to 1300, right? Because I set the goals. I'm going to add breakfast. Now for breakfast, things that you can do here is you can either go for their recipes, you can click on my recipes, you can click on discover recipes, and you get all sorts of recipes that MyFitnessPal has to offer. So they have immune support, they have pantry staples, pre-workout. I stick to high protein. I'll click on view more and you have like more than 100 recipes in high protein, right? So this is one way of adding recipes. I've also mixed and matched a few recipes from my nutrition team off the grid, and even some of my own homemade Indian dishes like my Assamese fish curry, Assamese chicken curry. It's all about keeping things fresh, my dear friends, healthy and most importantly enjoyable, right? If you want to sustain it. If you want to have your own recipe, you can click on create a recipe, name the title, how many servings, and then you can start importing ingredients. Let's say, for example, I'm going to say Assamese fish curry because this is one of my favorite recipes, right? And then I'm going to say number of servings will be 1, and then you can bulk import the ingredients, but I like to import them one by one. So I'm going to say add ingredients. So let's say salmon fish fillet. Okay, then you look and then you get, see how many grams. So I'm going to say this is a salmon fish fillet. I want to change this unit to 1 gram here, and then say I'm going to eat 200 grams of salmon in this, and then it automatically picks the calories. You say, all right, so one of your ingredients is already added. That way you keep adding each single ingredient. So you add all your ingredients, right? And then you go and you create your recipe. So today, let's say, for example, for my breakfast, I had berry super shake. It's a pre-added recipe. I have added all the ingredients. So I'm just going to put berry, and you're going to say all the things that is berry. There you go. I had berry super shake. So I'm going to just, the last one, because it's an added recipe, I'm going to click on the plus sign. Food logged. I'll go back. So you see my breakfast is already logged. It tells you the amount of carbs carbs, the amount of protein, and the amount of fat this has. This also gives me an idea of how much calories I have remaining for the day. I click on this, so it's going to tell me I am yet to eat, this many grams of protein are left, this many grams of carbs are left. So now I'll add more. For my afternoon, I am planning to eat smoked salmon Alfredo. This is a MyFitnessPal recipe, so I click on that, I click on saved list. So I'm going to go to saved because I've saved the recipe and we're going to look for it here. All right, we found it in high protein. So I'm going to go for smoked salmon Alfredo. If you see, it has 422 calories. It gives you all the nutrient details over here, your carbs, your protein, your fat. This is a serving for 4. So I'm going to say log to diary and I'm going to do lunch. And the serving size will be 1 for today, Tuesday, 27th of August. And I'm going to log it. I have to go view in diary, but before I do so, I'm going to take screenshots so that I can then make a list of the ingredients that I need to buy today to have this meal. So I did my protein shake. For afternoon, we are going to do smoked salmon Alfredo. For my dinner, we are going to do slow cooker chicken chili verde with brown rice. And then for snacks, we are doing easy chicken quesadilla. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have to be boring. I'm also going to enter water, 3000 ml. I did not exercise today. And I'm going to just say complete diary. And I'll show you what's the best thing. Oh my God. This is what I wait for. Based on what you're eating, it tells you if every day were like today, in 5 weeks, I'll be 50 kgs. And I'm like, alrighty, let's get to it. Now I have taken screenshots of each recipe, right? Now I'm going to start making a list of the things that I need to buy. For smoked salmon Alfredo, although the serving is saying for 4, I'm going to cook for 2, my husband and I. So 8 ounces of whole wheat fettuccine. So that's the first thing we need. Now 8 ounce, now you can convert the ounce to gram. So I go online and I'm going to say ounce to gram. So 8 ounce is basically 226 grams. Now 226 grams for 4 people, it's a math. So I'm going to say if 226 divided by 4 gives me 1 person's into 2, since I'm going for 2 people, what I need is exactly 113 grams of whole wheat fettuccine. Now I already have whole wheat fettuccine at home and I also need snow pea. Snow pea hai ghar mein? Fantastic. 1 tablespoon butter, I have it. Garlic is already in the house. I need reduced sodium chicken broth. I already have it in the house. A reduced fat cream cheese. Cream cheese hai ghar mein? This also is available. Shredded Parmesan cheese. Fantastic. Smoked salmon, 3 ounce. Today we need jack cheese. Let me go back. And then what else? After jack cheese, salt is at home, cilantro is at home, ground cumin is at home. Now I know the only 2 things I don't have is jack cheese and cherry tomatoes, and we're going to Nature's Basket, my one and only. Actually, shall we try a different place today? See, this is the thing, you can just buy fresh. And listen, if you guys are going to tell me, how am I going to do this in between my work schedule? I have a kid. Trust me, even without Manoranjan and a full-time corporate job, I remember waking up at 5 a.m., prepping my meal till 7 a.m., going to the gym, finishing workout, then eating the meal prep. So if you love yourself, you will never make excuses that you didn't have time for yourself. Remember that. It's just that I love myself too much. Now, what about those busier days when you don't have the time to buy groceries fresh or meal prep? Sometimes life gets in the way, right? And I cannot cook every single day. On those days, I'll either order in from a healthy restaurant like Temple of the Senses or your Green Theory in Bangalore, or choose something that fits within my macros. And it's all about balance and flexibility. The more you log and the more you meal prep every single day, you will just learn how to kind of incorporate this into your lifestyle, whether in your house or outside your house. As soon as I'm done with gym, I can just quickly grab the groceries because Nature's Basket is just so close to my gym in Indranagar, Bangalore. So I just pick up the groceries on the way back home, and as soon as I get home, I spend 1 hour with my chef, chop real quick, tell him the exact weightage of each ingredient. I supervise how he's going to bake and do all of it. And in that 1 hour, we prep the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner, and the snack. And the rest of it, he just makes sure that timely it keeps coming to me. So that's a little bit of relief that I have. Sometimes I also pack food and go. Like, for example, if I have a busy shoot day, I'm shooting outside, I make sure my meals are packed by Manoranjan. And yeah, so it doesn't really take a lot of time. It takes about an hour and a half, which anyways is going to take, everybody has to eat, right? Which means you have to buy groceries, you have to cook, you have to do all of it. Just to do it right, if you are interested, that is. I mean, I completely understand if you're not into fitness. Like, it's not everybody's thing, and it's absolutely all right. Alrighty, we are here. My favorite place. Sangeeta is there. Sangeeta is there. Call her now. Madam, jack cheese I need. Sorry, cheddar cheese है ना घर में sir. Cherry tomato. Last I need is poultry. Chicken, I always pick up from here. So we will get a chicken thigh, boneless, skinless, and chicken breast. Let's go. So in Bangalore, if you don't have turkey, come to Nature's Basket. You can pre-order and then they will take care of it. Sangeeta over here is Sadashiv Nagar is the go-to girl. She knows everything. Come to Sangeeta. I always rely on her. My husband always has a problem with me eating this food. Now I understand it's 3,000 almost, but since I'm eating like diet food, I want to make sure I eat the best of it. And then there are those potatoes that I really love. They're 2,500 and Gautam just doesn't understand. So day after tomorrow is my birthday. So since I'm not going to Thailand and I'm not going to be dining out, I made it a point that I'm going to eat these potatoes with some amazing chicken breast and some greens, and I'm going to eat that squash. I'll buy the most exotic vegetables and eat that on my birthday. That's how I celebrate 36. Let me tell you, Kareena Kapoor is never going to tell you what she ate to be zero size. I, on the other hand, will. Turkey tomorrow and the 2 glasses tomorrow. Good. Thank you, ladies. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Let's start the meal prep. Let me breathe first because this is going to be a lot. Buckle up. First up, smoked salmon Alfredo. Alrighty, this is a serving size of 4, so I'm going to have to do calculation. I need whole wheat fettuccine. This is fettuccine, hand, durum white wheat pasta, picked up from Nature's Basket. I always keep stock. That reminds me, let me quickly show you my counters first. Come. Okay, so in terms of, I love my noodles. I like to switch things up between Korean, Japanese, Chinese, like Oriental, Asian, all of it Pan-Asian. I like continental food. I like English food sometimes. So I kind of have different counters for different things. So for my noodles, I always make sure that it's either millet noodles, or we do drum wheat fusilli, or we do buckwheat noodles, all the healthy things, beetroot pasta, all wheat pasta. And when it comes to your seeds, I kind of do all the sunflower seeds, your matcha tea, your wheat couscous, whole wheat couscous, pink salt, pumpkin seeds, all the almonds, cashews, walnuts. And of course, I keep almond milk. Then even the bread that I choose is going to be, hoping the frame is the cutest. I do high protein bread, just kind of making sure of the things that I do. Then there is, of course, whey protein out there. I also do a lot of peanut butter powder on my smoothies, stuff like that. But let me show the more interesting counter for me is actually this one. I took good 5 months to set this up, and it has my whole bloody heart. It has all sorts of seasoning, all sorts of things that you can think about, like all sorts of oil, from safflower oil to your grapeseed, to your canola, to your sesame, to your olive, to your refined, to your mustard, to your everything. I in fact also deal with cooking sprays at times. A great replacement for sugar is stevia, but can you believe it? I dislike sugar so much that I haven't even used stevia for that matter. Like, I'm just dealing without sugar the last few days. Kosher salt, then of course your cashew butters, your white miso paste, Thai curry, green Thai curry paste, red Thai curry paste, black bean sauce, your chicken broths, your vegetable broths. I try to stock them in advance. Your apple cider vinegars, date honey, your rice vinegar, all your thyme, rosemary, parsley, celery. Dude, it almost feels like I've done a culinary course. Let's get to cooking, shall we? Okay, so 8-ounce whole wheat fettuccine. Let the math begin. Sorry, this recipe says 4 people. For 4 people, 8-ounce whole wheat fettuccine. So how much is going to be for 2? 113. All right, let's weigh. So this is the weighing scale that I use for my cooking. That's what my husband and I will eat today. So fettuccine is sorted. After fettuccine, the next thing we need to find out in this is 1/3 cup snow peas. Actually, I couldn't find snow pea in Bangalore, so I'm alternating this with snap pea. So I'm going to keep just this much, half. 1 tablespoon butter. I don't do dairy, so I'm going to have to use plant butter today. So we have butter. After butter, clove garlic. Reduced sodium chicken broth. In broth, 4-ounce reduced fat cream cheese. It's here. Shredded Parmesan cheese is here. 3-ounce smoked salmon. Just weighing the salmon. So I spend about an hour with him, just the weighing part, because that I am just a control freak. I want to make sure. Sometimes I also cook, but today I just don't have the time. All right, smoked salmon Alfredo. Looking with the husband. The food must be great. How is it? Tell truly.
Awesome.
All right, the husband has also lost 12 kgs. All right, guys, bon appetit. I'm gonna eat my 422 calories for lunch. Now that the meal prep is sorted, let's quickly talk about my workout routine. I know it's not a part of the vlog, but I also want to tell you what I do, right? So on a weekly basis, let's say Tuesday, I start my day with an hour of tennis for cardio, and then it also helps me with my agility and coordination. Later, I do an hour of which focuses on my core strength and flexibility. My Pilates are 3 days, every alternate day a week. Throughout the week, I maintain a balanced workout routine. I do weight training thrice a week with a dedicated personal trainer. Alternate days, thrice a week, like I said. I also do spin cycling for cardio twice a week, Bollywood dance aerobics twice a week, and tennis twice a week, with one day, which is Sunday, dedicated to rest. For women, especially those of us over 30, I'm 35 today, weight training is incredibly important. Please make a note of this. It helps build lean mass, it boosts your metabolism and maintains bone density, which becomes more crucial as we age, which is why I included this as a part of the meal prep. I started weight training only 8 months ago, shame on me, and the benefits have been phenomenal. Proud of me for that part. But it's empowering to kind of see how strong you can become with consistent effort. You know, I was this girl who once upon a time would just look at a 2 kg dumbbell and go, no way, Jose. And today I look at my body and, you know, the kind of progress that I have made is incredible, right? I started this journey 5.5 months ago at 64 kgs and 31% fat percentage, and I'm sitting in front of you today 5.5 months later at 52.3 kgs and a 20% fat percentage. That's 11% reduction with an average of 2.5 kgs per month, which is as per the WHO standard. So we are doing things right this time, which is why I think I'm enjoying the process. I look bomb. I'm inspiring so many of you around me, you know, and I'm just here to tell you exactly what worked for me so that it can work for you. Now, quick tips and tricks for success. I'm a no big deal, but still what's working for me. So I want to kind of tell you what can work for you. Meal prepping, working out, and making mindful choices when dining out are all about consistency, right? I always make sure that my meals are balanced and that I'm sticking to my workout routine, regardless of how lazy I feel on certain days. But I also allow myself some flexibility. I'm human after all, right? If I have a day where I indulge a little more, I make adjustments over the next few days to balance it out for the week, which means if I had a very crazy Tuesday, I'm going to have a lighter Wednesday and Thursday. Now remember, this journey isn't about being perfect. It's about making sustainable, healthy choices that you can maintain in the long run. The more you take care of yourself, the more you will want to continue doing so. And I vouch for it. It's really about, you know, building habits that support your goals and make you feel good inside out. And today I'm this happy because I have put in so much of effort on myself and invested energy on the right person, me. So that's a wrap, you guys, on today's meal prepping vlog. We have covered a lot, from how I meal prep to for a healthy week to my workout routine, and definitely the importance of weight training for women. I hope you have found this video helpful and maybe even picked up some tips that you can apply to your own fitness journey. If you have any questions, or if you have any thoughts, or you want to share your own meal prep strategies or workout routines or anything fitness related that worked for you, please drop them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video and found it informative, educational, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more fitness content, and hit that notification bell so that you are the first to know when this hottie posts hot stuff. Alrighty, thanks so much once again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully with lesser inches on the waist. Remember, once on the lips, forever on the hips. See you in another one, you guys. Happy meal prepping and look bomb, okay?